Hey everybody, it's Tough. This should be a quick video. I'm just wanting to show how these pieces fit. This is for the new HDMI connector that I think is going to replace the RJ45 connector. So, one, look at this dark green plastic. This is the first time I've bought this plastic, and I just think it looks fabulous. One, it printed very well. I mean, you can see like the layer lines they're there, but I mean, sheesh, it just looks good. The manufacturer put some sort of pearlescent glitter something in as well. Not a lot, just a little bit. So especially when the light hits it, it looks really good. Anyways, so that's the new like main body frame. Here is a female HDMI connector breakout. So just for comparison's sake, RJ45 Keystone, you've got eight points or 8 wires or 8 pads. This has many more. This is just one side. I can flip it over. I've got so much more headroom. I don't currently need more than 8, but in the future, if we add something to the side module or add a different type of side module that needs more connectors, then I'll have it. So still got some wispies on there. I haven't heat gunned this yet to get all the wispies off, but this just sits in this channel. Let me get that in. Just like that. And this guy pinches it from the top. Just like that. And the PCB for the keys can sit right on top of that. This gets screwed down. And not sure if the light will see, but you've got a completely encased HDMI connector. And I've got male breakouts as well. I always forget to have everything on camera that I'm going to need. Let me see. You can see. You're probably thinking, Tough, that's a super tiny space in there. How are you going to get an HDMI cable? Well, I can make my own. Here's a male. So I'll be making my own cables here. And this can very easily fit in this space. Like there's so much clearance. I wanted it to be as tight as possible in this cavity so it can act as strain relief. Obviously it shouldn't be difficult to insert it, but once it's in, I don't want there to be enough room that it can move around from tension from the side module cable. So it's going to go in, it's going to hide most of the connector and the cable, and it's all sealed in there. The light's bad. It's all sealed in there. There's no way for dust and things to get past, so I think I kind of just nailed it first try. I've figured out how I'm going to keep this from moving laterally like this. See, there's nothing keeping it from moving out this way. Like if you plug a cable in and then unplug it, right now it would just exit. But on the bottom of this, I can put this surface here, this raised surface, I can put. I'm thinking about just using some silicone sealant that I can just brush with a gloved finger, and that will be enough grip for friction. It will add just enough surface to kind of pinch it and add friction, so it's not going to go anywhere. I'll play with that and see, but this is the future of tough pads for sure. This is so much easier than working with Cat 5. Cat 5, I mean, it's certainly worked. I've used it for a long time, but compared to everything else inside, the wiring, the Cat5 wire diameter, the gauge is just so much bigger than everything else. So it's stiff wiring. It's a lot of stiff wiring that can be difficult to maneuver. It's especially difficult to work with on the side module with the Joy-Cons, with the Joy-Con breakout. It is too big for that. I've made it work so far, but it is a pain in the butt. This I can use AWG 28 or 30. Single strand wire is going to be so much easier. So much easier to manage. And I have so much more headroom. And the RJ45 keystones were held down by a lot of hot glue in some cases, depending on the iteration of the design. This is going to be held down with screws like this. The screws and then the pressure from the main keypad PCBs. This isn't going anywhere. Not going anywhere. It's going to be great. I'm actually really pleased with how well this turned out, kind of first try. Anyways, that was it. I just wanted to show that off. And then I don't think there's anything new for this iteration besides this. This is the only new piece. When I get the side module done with that cable that I'm going to make, I'll show that off and how that looks. But that'll be a little bit later. I've got some work to do between now and then. I feel like there was something else I did. Oh, yeah, I made the pilot holes, these screw holes for the feet that I make a little bit bigger. The last few tuffpads I've had to hand drill these out to make these the right size to accept M2 screws, but now I think these will just be the right size. I think I got the 3D model correct. Anyways, that's it. I'll stop rambling. Thanks. Later.